guys, Robin Next Gen Writer here. Tonight I'm just going to do a short little video on helmets. I know it's not necessarily a gadget, but I've tried a couple of different helmets. Just want to give you insight into what I've used and what I've just most recently upgraded to. So when I first came to the Philippines, I had gone and bought a Sedici Modular. And this was, I'd say it's like a budget helmet. It's a less expensive helmet, but I really liked it. It served me well. It's pin lock. It's ventilated. The helmet's a little bit noisy, but other than that, it was okay. You can see it's pretty well worn. I didn't establish the habit of using a balaclava. Once I got to the Philippines, I pretty much made that habit. But got a lot of riding miles in Arizona in the heat on this thing, so it's as much as I wash it, it's still kind of ripe. But this was a good helmet. It's gotten scratched up, and so I upgraded when I came to the Philippines, and I dropped a bit of cash. I got a Schuberth C5, and I also got the SC2 Cine comms that integrate into it, and this was not a cheap helmet. I want to say with the comms and everything, it was probably close to 50,000 pesos, and I went to a local shop here and I kind of let them talk me into it. So first of all, the thing with this is it's a Euro style helmet, so it's more compact generally, and you know, kind of like the skinny jeans. It's the skinny jeans of the helmet world is what I like to think of it as. And a couple of problems I had. One, in the up position. Now it does lock up, and I'm sure there's safety regulations that kind of dictate this function, but you can lock it and it locks up. But I don't want to be locking the thing up all the time. I kind of, when I'm rolling slow, I want to throw it up and have it stay up and then drop it when I'm ready to get back up to speed. And this thing would just come down so easy, and it was really annoying. The other issue is, I think because it being a Euro helmet, I didn't get it fitted right, and I believe it's too small for me. So when I would drop the visor down, it would really clamp in on my head, and it was uncomfortable. And also, I like the idea of the quick release on this helmet. But I tried to adjust this thing and get it off my Adam's apple, and I just couldn't get the helmet comfortable. So I didn't wear it. I went back to the old Sedici because that was a more comfortable helmet. Another thing about the C5, I think the quietness of this helmet is oversold. Now when you have it on and you get the tunes going, it is going to be more quiet than the Sedici, but it was still plenty noisy. So I think maybe I just had my expectations set too high. But for the amount of money that I spent on the helmet, I guess I was expecting a little bit more. So it was kind of a bummer. The wife was pissed. I spent a lot of money on this helmet, and I didn't even wear it. I went back to my old trusty Sedici. I can't remember what I paid for this Sedici, but when I went back to the States, I played a little bit of Hold'em poker, and I had a good night at the table, so I had a little bit of extra cash. So I went to Cycle Gear, and now I have picked up the new Sedici ADV Modular. So it has a peak visor. It's similar to my old Sedici. The differences in the visor mechanism, it looks like they've improved that. I actually broke a clip on this one that I super glued, and it worked fine. It has similar ventilation. And these Sedicis, the thing is you throw them up and then they stay up, and then you pull them down. Now this one also does have the lock where you can lock it up as well. But I'm not going to be that guy. I doubt I'm going to be using that lock to lock it up. It's pin lock capable. I've gotten the camera mounted on it. What I recommend, what I do is I use the GoPro attachment, and then I use this stuff called Sucru. It's moldable epoxy, and then you use that and mount the camera attachment wherever you want it. So I like that system. It works pretty well. I had to run the camera a little bit. It's not really adjusted yet, but a little off center. So when my camera's aligned, it looks something like that. I don't know if I'm going to try the peak out. We don't go real fast here in the Philippines, so the peak might not be a problem, and I might keep it on there. But if it catches air and it's a problem on the ride, I'll just take it off. I don't really care about the peak. But I like the styling of the helmet. Problem with buying a helmet with the integrated comms like the SC2 is now I had to go dig the Cine 20 out of the box and install that in this helmet, or go buy a new comm system, which I just wasn't really ready to do. This is a matte black finish, and I've thrown some wax on there. I may do a ceramic coating. Now, the box, when I looked at this helmet, it showed a carbon finish as a kind of another identifier on the box, but I have not seen the carbon. It wasn't available. They couldn't show me a carbon helmet, and I haven't seen one out on the internet yet, but it would have been really nice to get one in carbon. Adjustable vents individually here on the front, left and right, and then nothing in the back. And one thing I don't really like are these points here. I don't know if you can see that. It's got these pronounced sharp points on the back of the helmet, but it looks like that may be able to be taken off. I don't know what it'll look like underneath there. I'm assuming that's where the vent holes are, and that's a rain cover. But I want to take a look at that. But these little points seem to kind of catch stuff, and just moving the helmet around here in the office. I haven't rode this thing on the, or used this on the road yet. DOT FMVSS certified. This is an extra large, 1,800 grams plus or minus 50 grams. And I expect it to be a similar noise level to my old Sedici, which somewhere around here I got a new set of pin lock earplugs, and I'm just going to be more diligent about using the earplugs and stick with this helmet. Excuse me. Also, I wear glasses, obviously, and this helmet works nicely to accommodate the glass frames going in and out with the helmet on. We'll pop the visor up, inner shield. I haven't pulled the stickers off yet. Everything else is going to be pretty similar to my old trusty Sedici. So there you have it. ADV Modular with a peak visor from Sedici. So I'll get a couple of rides done. Still got the same red and black pattern on the padding on the inside, and there are kits available to change the padding sizes, to adjust fitment, pin lock shields. I couldn't get the pin lock. They didn't have stock as cycle gear when I was back in the States, but hopefully I can get a pin lock ordered for it. So I'll keep you posted. We'll do a couple of rides and see how it does. Thanks for watching.